Under a cloud of internal and external uncertainty, Venezuela is determined to hold its presidential election, even if the government's most popular opponents have been banned, exiled, or in jail. Carlos Trujillo is the U.S. ambassador to the Organization of American States.
Well, they're not legitimate. Elections in which people don't have the freedom to participate, in which all parties aren't represented, in which political prisoners are still imprisoned, in which people are tortured and intimidated and harassed when they try to participate. No international organization and no free democratic government will accept those outcomes as legitimate.
The White House and the President's National Security Advisor, John Bolton, have decreed Venezuela's current president as an unprincipled dictator, saying Nicolas Maduro should not even be on the ballot.
If you could have a real free and fair election in Venezuela, Maduro would be out the door. But he's created, after Chavez, a really repressive system, and it's a deep problem.
In recent years, the South American country has fallen into a deep economic and humanitarian crisis, which has forced thousands of Venezuelans to flee the country to seek refuge in neighboring countries such as Colombia, Brazil, Chile, and Peru. The United States had offered financial aid to countries that give help to Venezuelan refugees.
It's a tragedy what's happening there under Chavez and Maduro. The economy has collapsed. People are really in difficult shape. The influence of Cuba has grown. You know, in Latin America, they sometimes call the problem Cubazuela because of the Cuban influence there.
Amid the international condemnation of his leadership and Sunday's election, President Maduro has promised, if elected, to make great changes to improve the economy and deal with food and medicine shortages that have paralyzed his country.
I invite everyone. We're all needed on Sunday, May 20th, and we all have to vote on Sunday, because that day we will decide what will happen to our country for the next 30 years.
Given the election's likely outcome, the United States has promised more sanctions against Maduro's government after May 20th and called on other countries in the hemisphere to do the same. Cristina Caicedo Smith, VOA News.